what we're releasing very soon, and certainly into 2024, is AI around the other things that are important to you, namely inventory. And I'm extremely excited about that.
All right, Alasdair, first question. Why is Walmart such an exciting place to be for sellers in e-commerce today?
Well, firstly, it's growing very, very quickly. Their earnings call a couple of weeks ago was fantastic. And it's a greenfield opportunity, meaning if you're a seller on another marketplace, let's call it Amazon, you want to diversify, you want opportunity, you want to spread your products across as many channels. And Walmart is the fastest growing channel in the United States. So it's a no-brainer.
What advice would you give to sellers that are skeptical about jumping into Walmart? So some people, one of the biggest criticisms is that Walmart doesn't have enough traffic, or they're just a little hesitant to jump in. What would you say to those sellers?
Well, it's a good one for me, Cameron, because in 2003, I was one of the first third-party sellers on Amazon, and Amazon was very, very early on, and I didn't sell anything on Amazon in 2003, and it took a while. Walmart, in contrast, has gone from 0 to 100 very quickly. So it's all about the growth rate. That's one. Secondly, it's about the profitability. Our data, and that's, as you know, our speciality, we're seeing significantly more efficient growth around the ad spend and even just the products that are on Walmart versus Amazon. So it's about growth and the speed of that growth.
Tell me about how Walmart's different. So we work with Amazon and Walmart. We're plugged in directly to both. We've been partners to both for a long time. How is Walmart different? How do they treat their sellers differently?
Well, it's a great question. Firstly, omnichannel. And really, that's the home run answer, because Walmart has something that no other marketplace in the United States can offer, which is that brick and mortar piece. So, one of our customers, Solo Stove, and they were on stage at this Walmart event. Yeah. And what really they were talking about and what Walmart presented to them is an opportunity to get in the brick and mortar stores. So imagine that. Imagine that you're scaling rapidly on a new channel, walmart.com, and then you've got the footprint of their retail. No brainer, very, very unique, very, very different and special.
It literally happened on stage in front of us. They went from e-commerce to retail in Walmart in a second, in a split, in an instant. Let's talk about disruptive trends. So let's zoom out outside of Walmart, just e-commerce in general. What in 2023, at the time of recording this, it's August. So August 2023, what has been the most disruptive trend in e-commerce this year?
Well, it's been a really difficult year, I'll say that. It's a challenging time because the fees on all of the marketplaces have gone up. We had this COVID boom, and then we had supply chain challenges, and we've been dealing with inflation. So I think the harsh reality is it's been very hard for brands, but it's trending towards optionality. You've got new platforms, Walmart being one of them. You've got TikTok shops. I think what we're seeing is diversification, right? Because it's been so difficult to be successful, the pressure of being on one channel. So you're seeing this evolution, and I think the brands that can evolve quickly onto multiple channels are going to be the ones that are going to succeed.
Yeah.
That's also how we're looking at the world in terms of Teikametrics. How can we help you put the next best dollar on all of those successful marketplaces, and how can we optimize across not just one channel, multiple channels? And it makes it more complicated. But it's also more opportunity. And I think it's those brands, those brand operators that can do that are going to be the ones that succeed.
Let's focus on artificial intelligence exclusively right now. AI in itself is very disruptive. 2023 was a big year for AI, for Teikametrics, and just in general. So how has AI changed what a seller is capable of in 2023?
Well, what I think about us is we've been an AI company from day one. There's a lot of buzz and some would say hype around generative AI and AI. Every company seems to be an AI company. We've been an AI company from day one. We are ingesting 500 gigabytes a day of 180 million SKUs on behalf of our brands. And we've got the trust of those brands, helping them make better decisions with AI. and it's just growing. And I think it's a tailwind for us. If you don't have AI and automation, you're going to be left behind. And I think it's just even more of a really an accelerant to needing to adopt AI. I think on the generative AI side, there's huge opportunity. Can you dynamically change your product listings? How do you migrate listings data from one marketplace to another? That's where a lot of the innovations are really exciting. We're working on all of these things, and it's just going to get even more exciting and even more powerful.
Yeah. I think 2023 was a big year for implementing changes, like daily changes through artificial intelligence. Teikametrics has been an AI company since day one. How do you see that playing through in 2024? So how will Teikametrics continue to leverage AI to change the game for sellers next year specifically?
Well, our vision is to maximize the potential of every brand on every marketplace. And in order to maximize the potential, you need to pull all of those other levers, not just advertising. We were the first company to optimize Amazon ads. We were the first company to optimize Walmart ads. And what we're releasing very soon, and certainly into 2024, is AI around the other things that are important to you, namely inventory, creating these predictive models to make better decisions on inventory, to make sure you've got the right inventory in stock, making sure you're not over investing in inventory. And of course, the downside is stale inventory. And I'm extremely excited about that because what we can then do is connect the dots between inventory and advertising and then pricing as well. And it really is this sort of 1 + 1 = 3 outcome for a brand, because we're helping them pull multiple levers and they're all interconnected. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're on the verge of releasing that. We're going to be, going big in 2024 on those items.
That's exciting. Last question is, you have an interesting perspective because you're top down at Teikametrics. You interact with so many sellers. You've been in the e-commerce community for so long, so you're really plugged in. Talk about the state of e-commerce right now, today, generally. Like, very, very, not that often do we get the chance to pick your brain and to see exactly what's happening in the world of e-commerce. And people can piece together different pieces of content, but talk to us, tell us what the state of e-commerce is right now today for sellers.
Well, firstly, thanks for being so complimentary of me. At this show, just being able to talk to the US CEO of Walmart, John Furner, and Seth Dallaire, the CRO, and being on stage here, it is humbling. But I think what makes Teikametrics different amongst the giants of Walmart or Amazon is the fact that our DNA is for the seller. So I really don't care about the fact that I'm the CEO of this company. It's more about what does an individual seller have to go through to be successful. And that to us is the most important thing at this company. What are the things that keep that seller up at night? And I feel like that's our advantage, because when you're Walmart, you're the world's largest company based on revenue. What they find hard to do is to fully understand what's through the eyes of the seller, and that's who we are. So for me, that's, I think, the most important answer.
Yeah. Last piece of advice to sellers, to partners, to brands. What last thing do you want to leave people with moving into the end of the year, 2023?
Well, I think it's a tough year. The first half of the year is really tough. I do think we are seeing a lot of positive trends in the data in Q3, which is a great thing, right? There's been these questions of, are we seeing a looming recession? Is there going to be a soft landing? Our data, which we've got a lot of, and we have a unique perspective, is actually trending positively. So I think it's a chance to say, look, if you've had a tough year that many of the sellers have, it's going to be a pretty exciting upswing. We should see, hopefully, a much better Q4. As we all know, Q4 is one of the biggest seasons for many sellers. So stay positive and, best of luck for the remainder of the year, because I think it's going to be better.
Amazing. Great to know. Alasdair, thanks again. Looking forward to more conversations.